Good afternoon to everyone, and welcome to the Rutgers-Newark Small Business Development Center's webinar series. Today's webinar is called Crafting a Practical Sales Plan for Your Business. It will be presented by Carmen BONILLA. I'll introduce her in just a bit, but I'll just take a few minutes to tell you a little bit more about the SBDC. My name is Priscilla Liebert-Calder, and as mentioned, I represent the New Jersey Small Business Development Center here at Rutgers-Newark. We provide one-on-one business counseling or consulting services to individuals and small businesses here in New Jersey. So whether you are an individual trying to start a business and you need help, or if you're an established business and you need help in terms to grow your business, strategic mentorship, help with government contracting, anything that you need to grow your business, we have resources and consultants with expertise in various areas that can help you. These areas can be import-export, procurement, in government contracting, it can be in sales and marketing, it can be access to capital. We have many counselors statewide that can assist you. We have 12 centers located across New Jersey. Each center is responsible for one or multiple counties. We are responsible for the county of Essex. And so if at any point, if you do need help and you come through our center, we will forward you to your local SBDC center if that's the case. However, in terms of one of the training, workshops and webinars that we have, such as the one that you're attending today, you are free to attend them no matter where across the state you are. But when it comes to the counseling, we'll transfer you to your local SBDC. Today's presenter is Carmen L. BONILLA, as I said earlier, from Sales PROPELLER LLC. She's also a professor here at Rutgers Business School. I'll let her tell you a little bit more about herself in a few. But in terms of, for today's webinar, it is recorded. I know some people are probably asking that already. It is recorded. A copy of that presentation will be sent out within 48 to 72 hours. I know a few people have sent emails about that sometimes taking more than 72 hours. Please bear with me. Sometimes it takes a long time for us to download that video and get it up onto YouTube. We're trying our best to really do it within 72 hours or even shorter than that. Hopefully we'll get into the swing of things soon. A copy of today's slides, unfortunately, is not available. But again, the recording will be. If at any point during the presentation you have any questions, feel free to use the chat box or the Q&A section of the webinar. Ms. BONILLA will do her best to answer the questions, or I can field the questions, whichever is easier for all of us. And feel free to send us an email if you have any other concerns, if you need to schedule one-on-one consultation after this webinar, we can arrange that for you. Simply either send the email or visit our website at www.rnsbdc.com. So not taking up too much more time of your time, I'm going to turn today's webinar over to Carmen.
Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you so much, and welcome everyone. So excited to join you here for this conversation today. And I'll take over the opportunity to present my screen, and then from here I want to show you this. All right. Good. So as I was looking at the setup of our online webinar today, I was thinking, what a different setup, right, from what it would have been for us to be in person, where I don't get to see your face. And I believe that it's one of the most important things about connection is to share some intros. And so I'd like to ask you some questions to get a feel for who is in the room. This will help me. This will help me understand that better and customize any recommendations and suggestions that I have for you. So the first thing that I'm very curious about, if you could, in the chat, if you could write in, tell me what is the type of business that you have, and here a short phrase, just a few words is good enough. Are you in insurance, in real estate, in retail, in restaurants? Let me know in the chat what type of business are you in. Would love to see. I see the answers starting to come in. Thank you so much. Okay, IT, smoothie shop, financial education, jewelry. Okay. And so Terry, a question to you, it doesn't matter if your business is registered or not, but what type of service would you be providing? Okay. Thank you, Natalie. Retail, engineering and construction. Okay. So maybe Lisa, will you be looking at something in education? Marketing, promotional products. Okay. Vitamins and supplements, entertainment, ice cart. Oh goodness, as I read that, I think with this heat wave we've been having, ice cream, yes. Fashion, soaps, okay, fantastic. Accessories, retirement planning, retail production. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you everybody. All right, wonderful. Thank you so much. The great thing is that this class and this discussion we're going to engage in today. Okay, I get you, Terry. Thank you. The good thing is that this discussion we're having today, this is helpful for all of you, regardless of the type of service or product that you're marketing. So that's great. Now, I am curious. Second question, and please type in the chat. See, I see the connections already happening in the chat. That's wonderful. Please type in the chat. So what is most interesting to you about a sales and marketing plan? And again, keep it brief. One brief phrase. That's all good. So I'm interested in hearing from you. What is most interesting to you about a sales and marketing plan? Building a pipeline, the audience I appeal to. Great. Any other thoughts? Target customers. Yep. Getting more clients in these tough times for sure. Sales delivery. Olawale, tell me more about that. What do you mean by sales delivery? Getting your services to the people that need it for sure. How to do webinars. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Great. So today we are Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts. Today we're going to focus in this niche topic of building a sales and marketing plan. And for sure, this is a very broad topic, sales and marketing, right? There's so much to do in this area. Now, the intention and the objective for today's class is to get you all ready for with a sales and marketing plan. And I do encourage you to connect to this call from a computer. And by that, I suggest I think it will be better for you and easier for you to engage with the exercises from a computer instead of a phone or some other smaller device. Because as we go, I'm going to start guiding you to actually start putting in writing your sales and marketing plan for the second half of 2020. And so, as I introduce the class, I teach this class twice a year. I teach it during the month of July, which just closed, and the month of December. And the reason, the significance for July is that July 1st is the first day of the second half of the year. And then, of course, January 1 being the first day of the new year. And so our intention today will be to plan for the rest of the year, create a rocking written plan for the results that you want to create through December 31st. And I want you to believe that, yes, this will create a difference. This will make a difference for the results that you create this second half of the year. I can tell you this, our call today, it didn't happen by accident. This call, it happened as a result of a clearly defined goal that I had. I had this goal written down. I had an action plan written down that I executed on in order to make this call happen. And so when you write down what you want to accomplish, it has it has a special power. Um, you go out and you execute on that plan, and it helps you so much to to make it happen, to get you focused, to get your intentions narrowed down. As I introduce myself to you, I want to make the case to you that I am just like you. I am a small business owner. Here I'm sharing with you the picture of the course that I took some years ago to learn about small business education. This was the Fast Track New Venture program. And I, I I believe very much in what we're doing here today of growing in our skill set, growing in our knowledge to help us progress and to move our businesses forward. Here you see me and my two teachers wearing winter attire. This was a cold January day. And so this is me and this is my business. My business is about training and consulting. And this is how you can find me on LinkedIn by Carmen Bonilla and Propelled Training, my company page on LinkedIn. And so you are in good hands as we start with this class. This class has been taught for 13 years. Thousands of students have gone through it. People just like you, small business owners in all different types of industries. And the experience has been from many of these participants really increased results and in their business. And so the outcome that I have set for this class today is I want to teach you breakthrough ideas to guide you how to plan for a successful second half of the year. And I want to make it also a workshop. So I really encourage you to start preparing your Word document in order, or even your piece of paper and pen, in order to get you started with the creating this second half sales and marketing plan. And so the first golden nugget that I want to share with you is clarity. The more clear that you get regarding the goals and the results that you want to create, the better chances that you will have on accomplishing these goals, the better chances that you will have of actually reaching December 31st and having accomplished those goals. So, as we go, I encourage you to try and be as clear as possible in your language. And sometimes this is something that could be easier said than done, right? When we're talking about goals, we may engage in language that doesn't is not that clear. So take this opportunity and practice. No judgment zone. Also, we're going to start the planning, the creation of your plan, and so I'm going to be setting the timer at different points so that you complete a part at a time, and it's going to be little time, definitely in the time that we have together today. So the goal, I encourage you to focus on completion versus perfection. No, no need to pressure yourself into developing or delivering something that is perfect. Instead, just focus on completing and getting as much done as you can through our time together today. And so I already started making a case for you when I mentioned about the power of clarity, why write a plan, and I'd love to hear from you. Tell me in the chat, have you had past experience with writing down goals, and how has that helped you? How has that helped you writing down your goals in the past? And I'll tell you, I'll tell you my own experience, just as I was um, getting the last preparations done for our call today. I was looking at some goals that I wrote over a month ago. I had actually forgotten about them. And when I came across that document earlier today, I noticed how much what I had written, it had informed what I worked on during the month of July. So such a powerful experience of noticing, even if I forget that I wrote down my goals, it actually served as guidance for me in the action that I took during the month of July. Have you had a similar experience? Um, tell me in the chat, what has been your experience? Terry says it's a constant reminder of the big picture, for sure. Yes. Tell me in the chat, what benefits have you found in the past about writing down your goals? Mm-hmm. Yes, yes. So you also get the opportunity, Morgan, thank you for sharing, right? Going from that big picture to structured plans, helping it manifest clarity. Mm-hmm. Mhm. Yeah, it can help you, Natalie. It can help you to communicate to others that help you in achieving those goals. Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes. Going back to them and remembering. Yeah, keeping you focused. Fantastic. Thank you for sharing. All right. So let's get started. Let's get started. Do you have yeah, fantastic. Thank you for sharing, Donata. Thank you so much for sharing. It really makes the conversation more interactive. Adrian, I see that you raised your hand. Would you like to speak? Okay, no problem. All right. So tell me in the chat, type yes in the chat if you're ready with your document where you're going to start writing down your goals. Tell me in the chat, type in yes if you're ready. Mhm. Okay, wonderful. The readies are coming in. Fantastic. Okay. So let's start with think about at this point we have 5 months left. So think about what is the big picture. Start with those big pictures. What do you want to have accomplished by December 31st in your business? And for some of you, it's coming up, right? Life and business, they are so intricately together. So it's okay if ideas that are life goals, if that comes up, it's okay to write them down. So take this next few minutes to write down what are your goals, the big picture goals for the next 5 months. And I'm going to set the timer for 6 minutes. Please take this time to individually, in your piece of paper, write down what are your goals for the next 5 months. Take the next 6 minutes to do that. And as you do this brainstorming, you can think of your results. Um, do you measure your results in terms of gross sales, for example, or in other words, total revenue? Or do you measure your results in terms of income, net income, or the bottom line of your financial statements? Do you measure your results in terms of new clients? And these are not exclusive. I'm mentioning this to help you brainstorm. Or are you in maybe a network marketing business and you have a goal to recruit people into your pipeline? Or perhaps do you have a goal to add a certain number of social media followers? What are your goals for the next 5 months? Take this next few minutes to write them down. Yeah. And to Alfonso's point in the chat, um, the pandemic for sure, right? Um, it is having an impact in 2020. So consider that at the same time without lowering your goals too much, right? Um, maybe it's time to pivot and to focus on new types of goals. What can you be doing in your business? Two more minutes. Mm-hmm. All right, great. So that was 6 minutes. And before we go any further, I want to take a moment and acknowledge you, each one of you, for being in class today, for dedicating this time to invest in yourself, in your business, in creating goals for your business, for being here to create the possibility of a breakthrough, of a new way of thinking, of new ideas for you and for your business. You are creating the possibility that what you are writing down will come to pass, that you will manifest those resources, those goals. And so let me hear from you. I'm very curious about your big pictures 5-month goals. So would you share one in the chat um, and share with us what is one of those big 5-month business goals that you wrote down? Mhm, mhm. For more ideal clients, have my business defined. As I read that, I wonder, Lisa, if by that you mean maybe writing a business plan, securing a contract with a client, remote sales and advertisement. So, Terry, about remote sales and advertisement, I would like to encourage you to add a verb to that. So, what is your goal around remote sales and advertisement? To do what? Mhm. Establish a web presence. Good. Uh-huh. Okay. Maintaining a quality product. Mhm. Tell me more, Deborah. What do you mean by that? All right. Mhm. So, as I read your goal, Natalie, I get the sense that perhaps you're wanting to generate awareness about your product designs, start generating a following. Mhm. Fantastic. All right, wonderful. Good, good. And so now that you have those goals that you wrote down, I'd like to encourage you to create a theme for the second half of 2020. And I encourage you to do this on your piece of paper, on the document that you're writing. And to create this theme, you can identify maybe what's a trend that came up for you while you were brainstorming these goals for the next 5 months, or maybe something that aligns with what is going on in your life and in your business. Here are some examples to get you brainstorming. So the rest of 2020 is the season of consistency. The rest of 2020 is a fresh start. The rest of 2020 is a new beginning. My theme is massive action. My theme is leverage. The rest of 2020 is the season of massive action. The 2020 is my breakout year. The rest of 2020 is the season of duplication. The rest of 2020 is the season of the full practice, for example, if you're wanting to feel your practice, your consulting practice, or whatever practice you have. The rest of 2020 is the season of my book being published. So take 2 minutes and create what's your theme for the rest of the year. Do this in your piece of paper or your document. Mhm. Create a theme for the next 5 months. And maybe, maybe brainstorm more than one in your piece of paper or document and see, are, are you feeling more connected with one or the other? What really resonates? And we're looking for here is something that gives you inspiration, something that motivates you, something that you can engage with on an emotional level. So if you have your theme, let me see your theme in the chat. What's that theme that is resonating for you? It's getting you motivated. What's that theme that is resonating for your business? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Take off. I like that. Yeah. Action, leverage, upbeat. Action with matching intentions. Yes. Mm-hmm. Growth. Mm-hmm. Consistence. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How can I make this happen? I get a sense of brainstorming, of looking for ideas. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Discovery. Mm-hmm. Have fun. Yay. Have fun with your passion. That sounds like a slogan to me, Deborah. Very cool. All right. Thank you for sharing. So now let's move to the next exercise. It's something that I'm so passionate about delivering this class to small business owners like you. Is this class is all about your dreams. It's all about your goals. And now we're going to move from those big picture items that you mentioned in your 5-month goals, and we're going to break them down by month. And so in your piece of paper or your document, list the titles of the next few months: August, September, October, November, and December. So list those 5 months there. And what I'm going to encourage you to do is to take that big picture goal that you wrote earlier, the goal for the next 6 months, and break it down by month. And for example, the benefit that I want you to get from this is that those 5-month goals, we're going to break them down. They are no longer going to be overwhelming. Instead, we are going to see how we can take action month by month, by month by month. And so we can actually see how we can take smaller chunks of action each month that are going to build towards the big goals. And so you see, as I said earlier, I will teach this class again in December. But then the December class is going to have a focus on teaching it for 2021. But I already have it among my goals that I'm going to teach that class in December. I am already setting goals for how many people I want to attend that class, etc. So this is what I want. This is what I want for you to start breaking down this big picture goals, and see how there is a power in having that clarity in July that builds towards December. Now, for example, wonderful, Lisa, I'm so excited. Yay. Um, as you go thinking about the next 5 months, you might have repetition here, right? Let's say your goal for revenue is 10,000 every month. So that will be your goal for each month. And that's okay. So you would repeat it for each one of the months. So now, since here we're going to go into deeper detail, I'm going to set the timer for 8 minutes, and let's, to give you time to start breaking down these goals for the next 5 months. Take this next 8 minutes and write on your piece of paper or your document, what are the goals for each month? How do you break down those big picture goals for each month? All right, I'm going to be quiet while you do that work. Let me know if any questions. And again, remember, we're going for completion, not perfection. 3 minutes. Mhm. Okay, so let me hear from you. Tell me in the chat, what is one goal you will work on for the month of August? Tell me in the chat, what is one goal that you will work on for the month of August? I'm curious to see how you have broken down those bigger goals that you have. Mhm. For your goals, Syed, maybe you can quantify, assign a number to that, right? How many marketing touches do you want to make? Researching new blog ideas. Maybe, Carol, to quantify that, maybe you want to give yourself a goal of, I want to come up with 10 new blog ideas. Whatever number sounds good to you. Okay, Natalie, it sounds like you will be researching pricing. Good. Tell me about one goal that you have for the month of August. Okay, good. So Morgan, are you going to be writing those posts? What's your goal there? Okay, fantastic. Deborah, what do you sell? Bottles of what? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Mhm. Sounds to me, Tia, I make up that what you're doing is you're probably collecting information about fashion professionals. Maybe they are your target market. Okay. Hmm. Good. Okay. Choose one business. So in order to do that, you can further break that down, Lisa. Choosing one business. In order to do that, do you want to do some research? Do you want to learn more about those industries, etc.? Okay, wonderful. Yeah, okay, fantastic. Good. Thank you so much for sharing. So tell me in the chat, are you making progress towards your goals of the second half of the year? Do you feel progress as you have done these exercises? Tell me in the chat. Do you feel progress? Okay. Good. Good. All right. Wonderful. Yeah. The intention is for you to feel progress, right? Um, and having more clarity. What are the steps that I need to be taken? Okay. And so let's go. Fantastic. Let's go into sales math. And this is important math that you want to do, that you need to do in order to inform your planning. And this is how this goes. Fantastic, fantastic. Emotional stability, yes, it does. It does play a role, right? It's so funny when we first become entrepreneurs, and we come to find, oh yeah, my emotional state does does have something to say about my business progress. It's pretty amazing. Good. All right. So let's talk some sales math. In order to determine and to plan for your sales progress, there are at least 3 numbers that you want to plan for. And I encourage you to, you can write this down. What is your annual revenue goal? And how much do you make per sale? That will tell you how many sales you need to make. Let's see an example. So for example, if your annual revenue goal is 100,000 and you make 5,000 per sale, then that would tell you that you need to make about 20 sales in order to make those numbers. And then the next questions become, how many calls does it take to make one appointment, for example? How many appointments does it take to make one sale? This may be more representative of, for example, if you are in insurance sales. At the same time, if you are in retail, you can think of how much traffic does it take to make one sale. And so this gets you thinking about what is the sales activity that I need to be generating in order to generate the sales that are necessary. So you start with what is your annual revenue goal? How much do you make per sale? How many sales do you need to make? And then what is the sales activity that you need to generate in order to make those sales? For example, something that I do in my business is I email. I prefer to email than to make cold calls. And so when it comes to sales activity, this gets me thinking about, how many emails do I need to be sending in order to generate the traffic that I need to my website, to my offer, in order to make the sales that I need? So I encourage you to think of these numbers, and these numbers may actually become. I encourage you to make goals of these numbers. So how much sales activity are you going to have in order to support the sales that you want to generate? And so here are some thoughts that you can take as you complete your sales and marketing plan. For sure, you want to have, what are your ultimate outcomes, the ultimate outcomes that you want to create? What are the revenue projections that you want to have for the period? What is the marketing strategy that you want to follow for the period, or that you need to follow for the period in order to make those revenues? What are the outcomes that you would like to see each month? You can set yourself, right? You can break down those revenue goals for each month. You can also break down your revenue projections, your marketing strategy, and any other projects. So this giving you a high level idea. And so I want to encourage you to finish this plan. You have already started it during our time together here. Finish this plan within the next 2 days. Take advantage of the momentum. Take advantage of the activity that you have already started. And I'd like to invite you, if you would like, connect with me on LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, I have written quite a few articles where I talk about sales, and I provide further resources. Would be great to connect, and feel free to take advantage of these resources that I make available. So with that being said, Priscilla, I'd like to turn it over to you, see if there are any questions that you have received. I did see something coming in through the Q&A section of Zoom. Not sure if I have already answered it.
Let's see here. I think it was from earlier on when you were asking the different industries or areas. Okay, so I think we're about done. Is there any other questions before we close today's webinar? Okay, someone asked, do we get a copy of the 7 components of marketing?
If you want, take a picture of this.
again, a copy of today's presentation will be posted within 48 to 72 hours. So if you're an attendee, you'll directly get the link to the video. And if you're not, either way, it'll be posted that you can review.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, Terry, for posting that for
everyone. Yeah.
Okay. Is there any other questions before we bring today to a close?
You're very welcome.
Okay.
Very welcome.
So just a reminder, the SBDC does provide consultations and counseling and resources in regards to helping you with your sales plan. And this service is provided to you at no cost. It's paid for already by your tax dollars. So take advantage of it. If you're in Essex County, we'll be your local office, but if not, we can refer you to other SBDCs located across New Jersey. Simply visit our website at www.rnsbdc.com. Okay, there's someone here that's asked, what are good marketing suggestions, resources, how to improve a social media post, etc. Morgan, we have a lot of webinars that we've just added. There's one coming up later this month or in 2 weeks from now called Fundamentals of Marketing or Social Media. I would say sign up for those. There's a lot of helpful resources and information available in our webinars that are free of cost. Just go to our website, rnsbdc.com, and click on training. You will see a list of our events as well on Eventbrite. All our events are listed there first anyway, so you can just register directly for them. And if you're on our mailing list, please join our mailing list as we add new workshops and new webinars you can take advantage of. Okay.
And I saw a question from Ginger. Do you have recommendations for doing webinars and funnels? Do you have something, Priscilla, that comes immediately to mind?
Well, I'm not sure if we have a workshop. I know we touch on building web funnels, webinars. I can give you the basic tools that if you do basic research, you'll find. Zoom platform is great for webinars. GoToMeeting, you have Webinar Jam. As for funnels, I would say if you have the budget for it, ClickFunnels is a very popular resource if you need to build. But Ginger, I would suggest to you to just fill out a request for counseling form on our website and ask to speak to one of our digital marketing consultants. They have a vast amount of resources that you can do, and they can help you put together a plan that either you can execute yourself or you can pay someone to execute for you. Okay.
Yeah, I want to drop the link to my LinkedIn really quick in the chat. If you're interested in connecting, would be very happy to connect and direct you to these additional articles that I have on topics of sales. Very exciting topic, and I'm very excited about the progress that you made today towards breaking down your goals. This is where it all starts.
Okay. So if there's no other questions, I will close today's webinar. Great. Be sure to sign up for Carmen's webinar again. I think it's in December of this year. It's on the schedule, and it will be a great opportunity for you to start planning for the upcoming year, 2021. Hopefully our circumstances, like the pandemic, will probably be, it'll be a lot better. Hopefully it'll be better than it is now, but,
Ah.
you know, register for that in advance. uh, and we hope to see you there. We have a webinar coming up in an hour. If you are interested in ransomware and how to recover, should you experience a ransomware attack, please, there's still time to register for that. We start at 3. So if there's no other questions, I would say good afternoon to everyone. Have a good week, and we hope to see you on many more SBDC webinars.
Wonderful. Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.